All right, welcome back. So today we're looking at for loops, and in this case we're going to use a for loop to count. And we're just going to have it count sequentially. We're going to give it a starting number, and then we're going to go ahead and have it count that, one number at a time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So let's start our for loop, and we'll talk as we type here a little bit about how for loops work, and then we'll explain here. So first off, this is to initialize your for loop. So this is a loop control variable. Now I'm going to use I for this, but you can use other letters. You just have to make sure that you're consistent throughout your code, that you're using that same letter for what you want it to be. So we'll just say that this is going to be an integer. It's I, and it's going to initialize as 0. Okay, so it's going to start with 0. And then we're going to say that so long as I is less than, let's do 10, it's going to run. So we're going to start with 0, and it's going to do 0 first, and then 1 and 2 as it goes through the loop, and it will continue to run until it's no longer less than 10. So once it hits 10, it's going to stop. All right, and then we're going to tell it to do I++. And what that is we're going to increment this variable just by 1 each time. So as it goes through the variables, start with 0, and then it's going to do 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and 7, 8, and 9. And once we reach 10, it's going to stop because it's no longer less than 10, and it will exit the loop. Okay? So let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and do a system.out, because we want to see what it's going to print for us. And we'll do print line. And let's just say we're going to do I. Okay? And what that'll do is as it runs, it's just going to start with 0, and then 1, and then 2, and 3, and so on. So let's go ahead and run this. Oops. Oh, okay, so it did work. What I should definitely have here, though, just to keep things consistent, is let's go ahead and add a bracket in here just for organization, right? So that we know that inside this for loop is what we have here. Doesn't necessarily need it, but it's a good thing to have. All right, so let's run this again. Now if we wanted to, instead of doing on a new line each time, and notice how it stops at 9 here, okay? So once it reaches 10, it just completely stops, exits the loop, and it's over. If we wanted to put them all on one line, we could do that pretty easily. You can just do plus and do this, which what will happen is, because we're just doing a print, it's going to print I and then a space and so on. So if we wanted to do this horizontally, we could just do it this way as well. All right, so this is kind of how a for loop works. You just have to remember there's kind of 3 main parts to this, besides the for, right? So you type in for, is you have to have your initialization of your variable, so 0, and we want it to be less than 10, and then we're going to increment. And in this case, we're going to increment by 1, but you could have it increment however many you would like. And then one other thing here, so just to give you an example, we can change this to 1, and let's say we're going to do 11, and this would be 1 to 10. So let's go ahead and run this again. And there you have 1, all the way to 10. So you just have to also keep watch of how you use your logic operator here. That, if it's less than 11, then we're really looking for 10. Okay, hopefully that helps you with your coding, and good luck.